Hi, good morning everybody. This is a video walkthrough for the new room by TryHackMe based on dynamic analysis. And then how to analyze malware dynamically by running them in virtual machines. Okay, this is the information. This is part of the past of new TryHackMe rooms. This is malware and there is also basic static analysis. So let's start. We're going to, because from this previous um, rooms you can know that is sandboxing, because when you the first rule of analyze malware, of course you need to have isolated machine. Basically we use virtual machines here. Virtualization is the key. Of course guys, most video you can read about all of this. um, it's always about virtual machines not connected to the internet with our system. um, all this introduction of course is about how to basically the lab. The best one is of course is TCM security is one of the best codes for malware analysis. You can check that one. If you want to analyze Linux, of course if it's Linux malware you need to analyze any Linux system, so because it was made for it. So now we go jump directly to the lab. The tools we're using, one of them is ProcMon. Of course, we'll analyze now, we'll practice now this ProcMon when we start analyzing the first malware. We'll check this the property explorer, exclude, no exclude, things, advanced theory. This all been done in these rooms. I think it's another room for malware. You can check the process and all that. Let's start now for sample one. The sample they give us is here. There are four of them. Let's start the first one. Let's give it a bit time to do whatever the malware is doing. That is the question we're trying to do. So we use ProcMon, and then okay, let's go to the utility. I think the malware start. uh, ProcMon. Let's start ProcMon. Now we're looking for the process will be 1.exe. So if we look for it here, where is it? It's hiding. Google. Oh, I didn't start it. What's wrong again? Okay, it seems I didn't start it. Let's see again. Okay, the malware should be start, so we can. It's here. You can see the red things. Hmm. This one, so it's just include this. So we remove the whole things. So let's disable now all of them, and then we check one by one. Okay, let's disable this. So we're looking for networks. You can see the hint is set the filter to only show network activity. This is the the process. This is network activities. This is all of them. And then he said what is the first URL in which network connection is made. Okay, this is the host. This is the first. This is where the malware connects. So we have this now. So you can see, let's move that space. So it's connecting to that. Okay, and then what is the network? What network operation is performed on the above mentioned URL? You can see it's It's already there, the answer is there. It's a TCP connection. TCP, TCP, reconnect. Reconnect. The first operation, the operation tab that showed the above mentioned, okay. What is the name with the complete full path of the first process created by this sample? Of course, if we do the process, I go to the process file. I can say the filter only process, only, okay. What he said? He said, what is the name with the complete full path of the first process created? Let's see. That's how the system starts at 5443. Thread created, load image. Now we're looking for the process. We see this process create. We can do this, remove, exclude this, exclude load image, and then we can see this is just process start. This is the process create. That's the first one. He's create himself, so the one for the desktop one. So you can see all of that set up. And then before removing the next, tell me the VM. Okay, sheesh. Now we know. That's one of the things about this room. We need to keep restarting this VM a couple of times. Now it takes time to restart. So complete. Now if we're waiting for it to go there, so we can play around here. Now we doing this API logger and API monitor. Basically now it's two pieces of software you can use, and this one to basically to trace the API calling that the malware will do to outside or inside. So basically we have two options. We can use API logger, and the API logger, of course, when we start it now we'll see it like that. In this task we'll only use API logger. It seems the room creator said it's the easier one to use. So of course it gives you the information here, and it also can show you all the API calls. You can see an API call open process, and then we can and then use the next one, API monitor, provide more advanced information about process API calls and 60 version. Okay, you can see this, and then enlarge image, whatever. And then he said here, you can see the hint. He said check any API calls that might be used for creating files and check their argument. It's easier to use API logger for this purpose. So let's wait for the machine to start, and let's see. Okay, this one, the first question is sample. What is the name of the full part of the okay, that's that. Then what is the API create file? What is the API calls? And then we notice the previous state that after some time the sample activity slowed down, such as there are not much being reported against the sample. Can you look at the API calls and might be responsible for? So basically the malware slowed down because it do these techniques for anti sandbox evasion. We can in the meantime we can go read about sandbox evasion. So either long sleep call, so now if we find the sleep API call, detect user or footprint user activity, or detecting VMs, like in our case we are using VMs. So now which one of this we can see in this is fingerprinting malware, signature based detection. This is one is more the detection part of it. Sandbox evasion, obfuscation. Okay. Oh, these machines are, and you run them in Windows, and then there's power. Okay, let's wait. Okay, now the sample create. Now before we do that, let's open not the API monitor. We'll use the API logger. Let's go to API logger. Uh, Utilities. Where is it? API logger. Let's start it. So we're talking about this one, and then let's see API logger. Then it said to click the highlight three dots. So this is our three dots, and then we're also allowed to select the process. So we go in what we're still in number one. We can put that process number one. I think that's the way you do it. I'm not sure. Inject and create logs. Then I need to go to my samples. Oh, did he run it himself? No, we don't need to run it. So he has a. Did he run it himself? Okay. Okay, in the sample, he created a file in C directory. What is the name with the full path of this file? So let's see. You see now from the start we can see it is create file in this. You see what is the full path? No, it's no. This is our file, and then the next one that he create is this one. Create file A. Oops, where is it? Where is it going now? So this is our file. So it says C my app.exe. And then what is the API call? You can why it keep going up? The one that responsible for it is this function that API create. You can see create file A. So we have it as create file A. In question 1, so this is file of the previous task, we identify URL to which network connection was made. What API calls was used to make this connection? Task IP at start, check for that IP address in any API calls. So what that IP that this is the number 47.43. Find, let's start 94.73. Let's not do all of them, let's say. Okay, so it doesn't give us the okay, so okay, task 3 is a problem of it. Task 4, he just go green all of it without you finish the answers. So we didn't finish. So you can see now the API, that's the one that we're looking for. Let's see if we can copy. Okay, so question 1. So this is the IP that we have. So it's IP. Okay. We noticed in the previous task that after some time the sample activity slowed down. Okay, to do that, so let's see what happened at the end. Internet connect, socket. You can see we'll talk about this now in this room. So one of the tricks, they use the sleep one. So it's long sleep calls. So oops, no, where is it? Sleep. So now he's using the sleep. Submit. Keep the VM. Now we're not restarting the VM, so we can go keep the VM, and then you have this next one. Next one, we don't need this one. We're using ProcExp. So let's go to ProcExp. This one. Now the proc is 7.7. We see something like the below. Okay, that's what it is. let's see if we do the same example of this. So there's Explorer. If we go to property, we can see this, what he's talking about here, the images. If we verify Microsoft Corporation, this is the way that we know it's that's what we call the masquerading and Halloween. So now we can see it's verified Microsoft. If not, we're not designated, but that's not enough. One way to do that, so you can see here, Microsoft Core, we can see it's verified there. And then one thing also we can do is the strings, because instead we have the image and the memory. One way, if it's legit, you can see it's the same ones. Why is it freezing now? You see now the same, almost the same, so we know it's legit. What malware do, the image and the memory you find differently, and that's why we call it process hollowing. What is the name of okay, let's do that. Okay, if we do that, we need to activate some tile. The lower pan view, we can activate a handle. Okay, and then what is the name of the first mutex created by the sample? If there is a number in the name of the, replace it with X. Okay, enable the lower pane, check handle and mutant in handle. Copy and paste the first one mutant. So let's see key. There is it. Where is it? Mutant. So it's this one. Let me copy. Okay, and then he said number with X. So we can just do this. Replace this X. Am I in the wrong? The first mutant. That's the first mutant. Number with X. Number with X. Submit. No, it's not the one. If there are number in the name of the mutex, replace them with an X. That's the first mutant, or not? What is the name of the first mutex created by the sample if there are number in the name? I think I'm clicking the wrong one. Yes, sometimes this is the one I'm looking for. So the mutex will be this one. I was doing another process, and then let's replace the numbers with he said remain number all of them with X, so this is 4 numbers, so put 4X. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3. Let's see, it should be, because I didn't select 1.x is the one that we need. Is the file signed by known organization? Answer yes or no. Yeah, it obviously not. So property, image, there's no signature. If you say verify, no signature was present as subject, so it's not, as my best knowledge in this part. Is the process in the memory the same? If you go to the memory now, where is the memory? The strings. You see the image start with let's say the memory, see, is different, it's not the same. So I assume it's not the same. And then of course when you get the last one, we need to restart the machine. Let's do it now so we don't waste time. Start the machine. We did the ProcMon. You see now you don't complete and they all green. This room has something on it. Okay, let's wait for it. Our friend in Discord, they have the same problem here, that it doesn't go green all of it. Now this utility is that Regshot. Basically, it's a bit interesting. Basically, we'll have the first image before we launch or trigger our malware, and then we can have another second shot regarding, and then we can compare the first one to the second one and see what the malware was doing. Of course, we'll wait for it to start. We can also compare if anything was changed in the directories, but for us, for this task, because we want it a bit faster, we're not checking what the malware do in directories. We're only more interested about the registry. So, and that's one way. After you do the compare output, Regshot will give us all the list of the keys deleted or added or modified or something, and that's of course will help us to answer this question. Alright, that's we'll come back now to this. We learned how we can monitor process activity using ProcMon. I think TCM security, that where they have that new exam certificate for junior malware analysis. That course has a very good reviews. I forgot Matt, I think from Husky. No, what is named that guy? The Husky guy. Yeah, the Husky pack. Yeah, the one that create that course. You learn better than these little rooms of TryHackMe. TryHackMe, as fun as they creating these rooms to give you some ideas about um, malware, but is not enough. Uh, okay, let's wait for it. But it's good to learn about tools, because at the end of the day, you get tools to learn. You add them into your toolbox. Yes, this Windows machine of TryHackMe is really taking time, and I still didn't have my coffee. How is our recording? Still working? Okay. Run! I was supposed to do this room yesterday, but my power went off, so I couldn't do it late at night. So, and then restarting this machine also take time. You keep restarting every time. You just okay. We're going for 3. So let's start our tool first. Reg utility is reg. This one. Let's start it. The problem when I started last time, same issue happened like that. It doesn't want to start. Let me get straight to where they put not shortcuts. Tools. Okay, now the first one we do before we launching our malware, we take the first shot of the registry. So let's finish this registry. So we do this, so we're doing that. I'm not be patient today. 420,000 keys. Hey, we can just wait. Okay, let's wait the savers one. Okay, we're done. Now we launch our sample number 3. And then when I learn one thing about it, I did it twice. This, uh, my advice, just leave it for at least 2 or 3 minutes. Let's say no, it's about 8:07. Let's wait for another 3 minutes, because when you try to do it, I didn't find that keyword for the question they asked for. So then I restart the machine and then I start again and I wait for a little bit. Uh, so basically, let's wait for a bit. So the malware can do whatever it is going to do before we start another shot. The first. How about? No, we can't use that one. We can use the. Yeah, we are sitting. Let's. With our friend. What's the first one we use? We use ProcMon. Let's see what ProcMon say. I did start my well number 3, so where is it? Oh, malware number 3 is a bit tricky one or what? Oh, it's include this one. Let's see if it's finished its business. Let's see what it do. We're more interested in the registry. Yeah, good question. Why not see it here? I think it's finished. What's the time? 2 minutes now. I don't want to do the mistake I did before. Okay, we have the registry. Let's do this. Let's do the second shot. Um, let it do the shot. Let's see if we can get the answer from here. He said this registry value add to the contain the path. So we have an HQS and the path. So it should have like 3.x sample or things like that. Can we have it here? Let's see if we can cheat this room. No, here it just show you a HQC HLM. So the proc doesn't show the HQS. Yeah, the XQ. There is an XQ here, but what's the value here? Let's see. No, it's not that one. Doesn't have the path, so we can't use from ProcMon. I hope we didn't. Yeah, it's only HQLM. Let's see this one. It's still running. This is just threads, so it's not the keys. I don't need them. It's a good question. Why the ProcMon doesn't show the registry? It's only show. I hope we didn't. I knew it. There's no enough space or something. System froze. Okay, there's the two. Maybe we should not save it. Okay, let's see. And then we can do compare and compare and output. Now let's see what we have. ProcMon didn't give another answer, so we can't cheat our way out. So let's now we're looking for this variable. Okay, file, find me these strings HQ, QU, and S. Now we have this one. Is it that does has a path? No, that one doesn't have a path. Next doesn't have the path. Oh, that's all of them. Yeah, HQS. None of them have the path, so this one are not there. Find next. The shell. Nope. No again. Core Windows cache. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. See user update. No, I need to look for the. Where is it now? Where is it? You know what? Otherwise, I did a machine early. I myself forgot where I found it before. It's somewhere here. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do samples search3.exe. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah. So in HQS, and then it has the name, the path of the file. Like I said, there is a registry that's contain the path of the samples. So this is the sample. And they said we don't need that XX things. Let's shift home. Let's see if we can copy it. Okay. And then we said we don't need to put these numbers, so we need to remove these numbers out. So this is the part because it has the file. So let's do that. Now it's correct. And then we can complete the room. And hope you enjoy it. If you have a question, you can leave a comment. Please subscribe and like it, help the channel. And thank you very much, everybody. Have a good week.